Good morning, students. We have gathered here to understand a few things about our English grammar. Hopefully, you will be having all books and copies with you to note down these points about your lesson second. Um, that is lesson one only, first only, alphabet fun. Here we have done this part. Every sentence begins with a capital letter. It ends with a full stop, question mark, or an exclamation mark. It has a subject and predicate. So you have seen here, sentence is divided into two parts. That is subject and predicate. Subject will always be a noun or pronoun. Like here you can say, Wa Ram flies a kite. Here this subject word is noun, and predicate will always have its finite verb. Such verbs which comply with their verbs according to their person and number are called finite verbs. You must note it, the point. And once these finite verbs take an object with them to make the sentence complete, then it becomes a sentence. But sometimes it does not take an object. Rather, it when this verb is incomplete. Here this verb is complete having a object with it, but here sometimes what happens, this verb is incomplete, or you can say predicate is incomplete. In such condition, we take a particle, or we take a word to complete the whole predicate, to make sense, to call it a sentence. So that object is just differs from this direct object. Here is this, a kite is not a complement, rather it is an object of this subject, or this verb, it is an object. But here in this case, in complement case, sometimes the verb is incomplete, then we add some words to describe about some objects to make it meaningful. Hence, those words which describe or define a subject or an object are known as complements. Like you see here, subjective complement example is here. So this word is modifying this subject word. Ram or Rahim is a student or singer. So this word student or singer is modifying subject, telling about the subject, what it is. If we close this word, complement word, and simply writes Ram or Rahim, it does not make any sense, and this verb is incomplete. So it requires a word to make it meaningful, and hence this complement defines a subject. So it is a subjective complement. Likewise, when the same complement will qualify or modify any object, that word will be called objective complement. So you have copied it hopefully from top to bottom, and you have got my point, what the word complement is. And here it is written, Anil is a painter. So a painter word is complement to the subject. It is describing or defining subject. So such words which define or describe about subject are known as complements. Now henceforth, these kinds of sentences are coming up for all of you to understand. We have already discussed in our previous classes. I have taught you well regarding these assertive, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory sentences. So these all are given here, that we will be discussing later on. And I hope that you all have copied this well. And later on we can see how this lesson goes with you all. This is not a big lesson to finish, so we must be completing it within a day or two. Okay, fine. You just have a view of this whole lecture and copy it properly, and then accordingly we will discuss it later on. Bye.